All right, new day. Got a great night's sleep last night at Watauga Hostel and headed down the roadway here, following the white blazes, going to walk around Watauga Lake and then head on up the trail toward Damascus. I've got a plan, a major plan. I want to try to get 16 today, since I had almost a full day's rest yesterday to get to Iron Mountain Shelter. And then another, I think it's 15 or 16 to Abingdon Gap Shelter, and then zip into Damascus the next day and take a Nero, maybe even zero, we'll see how everything holds up. I've got some contingency plans to places I can stop short if need be. So headed on, hiking on. More later. All right, awesome view of Watauga Lake here. This is looks like it would be just hopping in the summertime. I'm sure it is, but luckily I got it on a March morning where nobody's out, nice and quiet. All right, more in a little bit. All right, so I got to tell you a little bit about last night and this morning. Last night, thru hiker Durwood and thru hiker Hickory, who I'd actually met both of them before briefly, back at 19E, came into the hostel. Both really good guys. I think Hickory is on trail journals, and Hickory's actually thru hiked the trail before, but he's kind of a quiet, listens to what's going on and inputs when he's asked or when he's got something to say. But I know that, he's being a thru hiker's got some trail experience. So me being a rookie at this, always trying to tap somebody's brain when I can. This morning in the bunkhouse, Durwood actually has to take a zero because he's got a box coming in there, and he's wanting to hike but knows that the right move is to go ahead and take a zero, get his box. And we were kind of talking about what we're going to do, and Durwood's going to take off tomorrow, do 220s to get into Damascus, so I'm sure I'll run into him again. And knowing that Hickory has experience, he was sitting there listening to the conversation, and so I looked over at him and told him my plan is Iron Mountain Shelter today, pull up short of the tent site at 13. There's also a shelter at 9. And so I got options to do this and that. So asking for some words of wisdom, I asked Hickory, I said, what's your plan for today? And thinking that I would come up, I would get a gem of wisdom, I actually did. And he said these words. He said, I'll know when I get there. And at first I thought, well, that's kind of a smart ass answer. But then I thought about it, and I'm like, holy cow, the thru hiking experience, he's right. It's all of a sudden you find a cool place and feel like you want to stop there and take the night, you do it. I'm like, wow, I got the answer that I knew was right. So thank you, Hickory, for kind of putting things in perspective, and it kind of caught Durwood by surprise too, so it was great. And we're on a trail. Hickory's actually out in front of me. I have no idea if I'll catch him, probably not, but we're going to meet up again. But that was a pretty cool moment. All right, more in a little bit. Here's a little ground level, a little more of Watauga Lake. A really cool place. Kind of reminds me of Lake Jocassee up on the Foothills Trail. Remember that, Hadassah? That's a big old woodpecker in the background. You hear that? All right, first view of Watauga Dam. Zoom in a little bit, and we'll be over there in a little bit. But beautiful day today. It's kind of warm, actually. Amazingly enough, I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt, and having a great day so far. How about this? So many of these today, and I'm barely into my hike. All right, Watauga Lake Dam. Wow. This is the water side. Pretty awesome. Time to stop and smell the roses. Looks like a nice marina over there. I'm guessing this is still Watauga Lake. Maybe a feeder lake to it, but stopping and taking the blue blazes, chilling. That's the way for me. It's filled with views today. Pulling off a side trail here to get this. Whew, loving it. Alright, another little side trail view here. Later on in the day now. Already had my lunch. And headed toward Iron Mountain Shelter. Kind of breezy up here too, but it feels good. Nice cool breeze blowing up the mountain. Been a lot of sweating today. Alright everybody, I am at Iron Mountain Shelter, and this is kind of the inside of it. I am going to be shelter dwelling tonight because the atweather.org says 100% chance of thunder showers. I got here, I've already had I packed out a Subway sub and had that, and eaten some jelly beans for dessert. Had a very good day today, but made a huge tactical error that I paid the price for when I stopped for lunch at Venter's Shelter, which was about halfway in. I had about 3/4 of a bottle of water, and there had been a water source prior to that shelter, which I didn't stop at. So I drank the good portion of that water and started heading up the trail, and didn't look at the journal or the AWOL guide and gut hooks and realized that there wasn't another water source for probably 6 to 8 miles. And it was a lot of ups. It was a hot day. You can see my hat is covered with sweat. It was a brutally sweaty hot day, and man, I needed that water and paid the price. My body just slowed down to a crawl without the water in it. Luckily there was a campsite that had a spring behind it that I filled up water with. I got 2 liters of water and drank both of them while I was sitting there. I was so thirsty, and dragged into this shelter here, but luckily I filled up. I got 4 liters with me, 2 for tonight, 2 for tomorrow, and got in here. So I did my 16 today. Body held up well. The next stop tomorrow is Abington Gap Shelter, which is 16 from here, and that gives me a short, I think 8 or 9 into Damascus the next day. So that's the plan. Still out here living the dream, and I'm going to go ahead and pack up or pull out the sleeping bag, sleeping pad, and get all that stuff squared away. Probably climb up in the bag and fall asleep early tonight, so I can get me a good early start in the morning. So hope everybody's doing well. Got some service here, so hopefully I can upload this video. I'm going to apologize about yesterday's video. I was trying to get out of Boots Off Hostel, and when I started uploading it, and I didn't edit it properly. I didn't put the music down to the volumes it should have been, so it starts off blasting out the music. I'm sorry. I'm not going to let that happen again. Another rookie mistake. So I'm learning as I go. And I will be shooting some more video tomorrow. Still, life is good, living a dream out here on the AT. So I will chat with y'all tomorrow. PT on the AT out.